Hello guys, welcome to this channel, and today we're going to talk about best friends in the world SeniorYear. And unlike any other YouTube channel, any other review that you get about best friends in the world SeniorYear, we're going to talk about things that are not going on well in best friends in the world SeniorYear. Things that are confusing, things that blur our view of the story, things that should be corrected. Follow me and let me know your thoughts about the things that I'm going to lay down today. If you disagree with me, that is fine because I know I might be wrong and I want to be corrected. Let me know in the comment section what your thoughts are. That being said, let's jump right in. Best Friends in the World Senior Year is being released this couple of months, and we are now in episode 8. And it has been a really fantastic experience. We have seen a lot, we have learned a lot, and we have followed the story to the very letter. But there is a problem. When we look at Best Friends in the World episode 6, or the whole Best Friends in the World Senior Year, we see that it there are more conflicts than in the previous years, than the 24 episodes that make up the junior year. There are a lot of conflicts, and the story is now big. Episodes are ranging from 58 minutes to a full hour. But these conflicts are getting confusing as we go forward, as we go from episode to episode. All right, and I will start from episode 6. In episode 6, there is a lot of confusion because we have been a lot of conflict has been laid out. There is a conflict between Esther and Ashi, when Ashi's sister um, called Esther fat, which is something sensitive to her. That is one conflict. There is another conflict between David and Evelyn, when David found out that Evelyn is not as good as he thought she was. And then there is this conflict between Adam, Olive, and Angel, when Olive went to the concert and hugged Angel. So this is one of the conflicts that has also been introduced. So we see three fundamental conflicts we are following in Best Friends in the World. Though there are some minor conflicts that we can see, these conflicts, I believe, are the main ones. Apart from the romance, there is a suspense between Romeo and Iris, because they are apparently they like each other and they are doing nothing about it. It's a suspense in the story. But the problem comes in when you go to episode 8. In episode 8, the conflicts that have been introduced in episode 7 are completely not continued. At least only one conflict has been continued, and that conflict is the conflict between Olive and Adam, plus the other guy, Angel. And even though this conflict has been continued, it has not been as satisfying to the viewers, because Angel has never been shown since then. And it's important for the story to be followed that characters should at least be shown once in each episode, at least once in each episode, unless they have been dropped from the movie, all right, from the series. We are totally confused whether we will ever see that character again. And it gets confusing when you come to episode 8. In episode 8, we see another character has been introduced into the same conflict that is supposed to continue between three characters, that is Olive, Adam, and Angel. Another character has been brought into this conflict of love between Adam and Olive, and they have called it the love triangle. And this character is Evelyn. Evelyn has been shifted from having something to do with David to having something to do with Adam and Olive. You see, now there is a conflict of love triangle. Adam is confused. He doesn't know who to be with. Apparently, he's in love with two, which is very random because we have not seen that intimacy growing between Adam and Evelyn. It is totally random at the end of episode 6. It just happened unexpectedly. Like, there is a growth of intimacy that happens between two characters that can be predicted. For example, we cannot be surprised if Romeo and Iris fall in love, because it's something that we are expecting. That is that growth of intimacy that has happened between the two. But it do with it's totally surprising that Evelyn has something to do with 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 Adam. We didn't expect that. All right, we thought it was just some friendship, pure friendship that was coming in the way of relationship between Adam and Olive. So this one is a conflict that has been now warped into this conflict, and it has ruined everything that we are following. Now we do not understand whether we are going to wait for the conflict between Olive, Adam, and Angel to be reconciled, or the conflict between Olive, Adam, and Evelyn. Evelyn has been introduced when the first conflict that involved Angel has not been resolved. This is totally confusing to me. Now, when you go back to Angel has not been resolved. This is totally confusing to me. Now, when you go back to the conflict that is satisfying is the conflict between Esther and Ashi. Even though the characters that were involved in that conflict have not been shown. For example, Ashi's sister should be shown in the resolution of the conflict because she is one of the characters that sparked that conflict. When Ashi and Esther came back together, when they forgave themselves and all that, that girl that is playing Ashi's sister should be present in the resolution of the conflict. Else, the conflict is not over, obviously. Alright? So, this is very confusing as well. Now, when we go to the final conflict, when you see David did not speak good about Evelyn. He was dissatisfied. His feelings were not as they were when he first met Evelyn. So we totally do not know now what's going on with David. Alright? David should have something to do, either to totally express that he doesn't have something to do with Evelyn, or to show some kind of intimacy. We expect something to happen. We expect Evelyn and David to come together and talk again, whether to totally part ways or to maybe work things out. But that thing has not been shown. This is another conflict that is very confusing to follow because of the other conflicts that have involved different characters. You see, also when we look at um, Maria, we do not actually know what Maria is playing again in the series. We do not know the character Maria in Best Friends in the World again, because the character Maria was good to follow when she was crushing on Adam, but now she's totally, we do not understand what she's playing. All right, she's not into any relationship, she's not into any serious friendship with anyone, she's just there. We are confused. How does she become a significant character that can stand out of the movie? That is another confusion that we can get from Best Friends in the World SeniorYear. And it's important to put these things into consideration. If it's me, okay, but we should all be confused. We are not following a lot of things as we should. When you look back at the previous episodes before the SeniorYear, you see that uh, it was largely about relationships and friendships. All right, but in SeniorYear we see there is growth, career development. There is also friendship and very messy relationships. But in the previous episodes, David had something to do with Hannah, and we totally do not know what's going on because we still see Hannah in the SeniorYear, but they are not shown as much. They should be shown at least in each episode. The point is, every significant character that is playing a significant role that contributes much to the story and that helps viewers understand the story should be shown in each episode, at least for some minutes or at least seconds, for us to know how the story is unfolding. Because if only few characters are shown, it means that the other story that has not been shown is not as significant. So this is how confusing Best Friends in the World SeniorYear is. And I think it will get even more confusing if nothing is done about it. Thank you very much for watching this review. If you have the same thought as me, let me know down in the comment section below. And if you disagree, let me also know down in the comment section below.